Hey everyone! It's finally Friday. I'm so excited. It's been a really long week. Oh, but Friday has arrived. Hooray! And today I'm actually going to do 5 questions, so I'm not going to do a journal topic because then it'll get really long. And then I don't know what we'll do. So I'm not going to waste any more time blabbing because I tend to do that. Question number 1. I'm on Facebook, by the way, if you forgot. Facebook Fridays, hashtag KatieFAQ. Or if at the beginning of your question in my inbox it says, this is my question, or something, then I'll know that that's a question. Because I have a lot of messages in there, like 289. So it's hard for me to get through them all. If any of you are feeling like I'm ignoring you, I'm not. I'm only one person. Okay, question number 1. Hi, Katie. My question for you is, see how I found this? Do I need to be diagnosed with social anxiety/anxiety by my doctor? I sometimes feel as if I can't leave the house because my emotions are all over the place and I begin to panic and end up staying in. I don't know what to do anymore. Yes, we do need to get a diagnosis if for any other reason other than for our own peace of mind to say, yeah, it's not just me making it up. I really am struggling with something. I know that really helps some of my clients. Also, it sounds like you're teetering on the kind of agoraphobia version, which I'll do a video on that. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Because you're not wanting to leave the house, your anxiety is too high and you kind of worry about going out and so you end up staying in. I would definitely make an appointment. And if anything, even if he doesn't feel comfortable diagnosing you, he can at least refer you to a psychiatrist because medication can really help with this as well as therapy. So yes, 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 please, please, please call your doctor. Okay? Question number 2. Hey, Katie, my therapist asked me to work on being able to accept that it's okay to have feelings and being able to feel justified to have them, even if they're bad. And I'm going to put bad in quotes because there are no bad feelings, even if they're bad, like being angry or resenting someone. I really don't know where to go with this, and I was wondering if you could provide some insight, please, and thank you. Yes, of course. I do this with my clients all the time, and as a therapist, that makes sense to us, but a lot of times as clients, we need like examples so that we can somehow figure out what the heck that means. And what your therapist is trying to have you do is when you've had, or at least this is what I have my clients do. When you feel a feeling, let's say it's anger, or even let's say it's happiness, something will always happen. That nasty voice in our head, if it's happiness, will be like, you don't deserve this. How dare you feel that way? You deserve horrible things. You're horrible, or whatever it says to us, right? Even if it's bad, then it'll say, you're such a terrible person. How dare you think that about them, right? That voice gets crazy. And that's what she means with like allowing yourself, because those voices tell you it's not okay to feel that way. You have no right, or how dare you think that, blah, blah, blah. And so noticing is half the battle, I find. So just try 30 minutes a day or so, because it gets overwhelming if you say all day, every day, notice. But notice what thoughts come to mind when you have an experience. Let's say someone cuts you off on the street or someone's rude to you and you have a response where you're like, ugh, what a dick. Ugh. You get angry. Notice what happens. And then write down what you're telling yourself. And then we have to argue back to it. It's almost like that talking back. We have to argue back with, no, I deserve to feel this way because that person did this to me. And that's a normal person's response. I'm not going to do anything to that person who cut me off, but it's okay to feel frustrated because I'm in a hurry. Anybody would respond that way. And so we kind of have to have that communication with ourselves so that being upset or not liking someone or really liking someone, having a great time, we're warranted to all of those emotions. I think what your therapist wants you to do right now is probably notice what you think to yourself when you have those feelings and then try to fight back. Okay? I hope that helps. Question number 3. Hey, Katie, my question is, how do we talk to our friend that we know has been sexually abused about them talking to someone about their sexual abuse? Because I really want to help my friend and I'm really worried about her, but I don't know what to do. They've probably told you, that's how you know. And if they bring it up or they say something like, yeah, I'm having a hard time because of that, or whatever it might be, I think that's your moment to say something to the effect of, and obviously putting it in your own words, but saying something like, I know this is really hard and I'm trying to help you as much as I can because I love you and I care about you, but it's so helpful for you to see someone because it helps. You can even put it on yourself and be like, I know it's helped me or someone else, I know it's helped so-and-so, to talk it out with someone, because people are actually trained to help with this. And trust me, they're not going to be judgmental, and it'll really help. I find when they're being open about it, to soften it with like, I love you so much and I care about you so much and I want you to feel better. And here's a way I think you can do that. And then you can tell them about my videos. They can watch about making an appointment, what that's like, what a first session's like, so that they're not so scared, because it's not as scary as we think it is, right? I hope that helps. Okay, question number 4. Now I answered this one because I get a lot of questions about relationships, and my girlfriend, my boyfriend, my whoever is mean or is good or is bad or whatever. What do I do? So I thought this would be I can give you a little insight into what I think about it. Hey, Katie, I've recently revealed to my boyfriend of 2 years that I was raped 10 years ago, and I haven't told anyone else because I didn't really think anyone would believe me. That's a common issue. Don't think you're alone. But a lot of people think that, like, I brought it on myself. No one's going to believe that this happened. Often people who do sexually assault people will tell them, no one's going to believe you, and that's a lie, okay? He got mad at me, which is not at all what I expected, naturally, and told me that I should have told someone else, and it's the reason I'm having problems. I was diagnosed with BPD 2 months ago. I thought he would calm down and change his stance, but he's still really aggravated with me. Do you think I should leave him or try to work things out? He has gotten angry with me over many things in the past that seemed like subtle red flags, but I've ignored them up until this point. Thank you for taking the time to read this. Something that is very difficult for many of us to deal with, and even me back when I was younger, when we aren't feeling really secure and feeling good about who we are, when we don't have a good body image or just an image of who we are in general and feeling a belief in ourselves, we end up in relationships where people treat us like dirt, and they don't give us the support and the love that we deserve and that we need. And this is a really, really big thing to tell someone. You haven't told anybody else, and you let him know that, and this horrible thing happened to you, and he gets mad at you. Leave him. He's terrible. He's a dirty, rotten son of a gun, and if I saw him, I'd want to punch him in his face. Because, trust me, you're all beautiful, wonderful, amazing, intelligent. You deserve more. I know a lot of us are like, no, I deserve to be abused. Whether it's physical or mental, if they're putting you down, your spouse, your loved one, your significant other should not put you down. They should build you up. You should feel better when you've been with them. Yes, every couple's going to fight and you're going to say things you don't mean. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking on the daily, like especially when you share really, really vulnerable pieces of your heart. At the end, you should feel, what is it they say? I remember at my wedding, what did the guy Woody say? He said, when you're married, every joy is doubled and I forget if it was problem. He used a different word, but every problem is halved. So every stress, every hurt, every anger, every feeling that you have that's overwhelming should be halved with someone. They should be carrying half the burden with you, and everything that you get excited about should be doubled. And we should all strive for that. I know it's hard and it's easier said than done, and people are like, Katie, there aren't that many good people out there. There are good people out there. You're good people. Ta-da! Right? So leave him. He's a jerk. I already don't like him. Okay. Question number 5, my final question, and I'm not doing a journal topic. I think I said this at the beginning just because I wanted to do an extra question and I end up blabbing. Okay, so I just had a question. How important is parent involvement in recovery? I get this question all the time. My parents know about my eating disorder and are forcing me to get help, but are also giving me some privacy for the time being, which can be kind of nice, so I get used to the idea of recovering. But they've both told me that eventually they want to sit in on a session with my therapist, which I'm really uncomfortable with. So I was just wondering if this is necessary because my parents didn't really have a cause of my ED, so is it really necessary for them to be part of my recovery? Yes. I know you hate that answer, but parents, whether we feel that they actually created the problem that gave us our eating disorder, or we think the reason that we have our eating disorder, or whatever, it's very important. First of all, it's important for them just to understand you. So many people would love to have this situation, and I know it's hard even when we think we want it and then we get it and we're like, don't come to session. I don't want you to know everything. But your therapist isn't going to tell them everything. It's not like a share all be all. They're not going to be in all your business. It's just making sure that they understand you so that they can help you, because we need support. I know we want to do it on our own. We don't want to get people involved, blah, 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 blah. But We need support systems. And who better than our family? Because at the end of the day, they love us unconditionally and they're there to support us. And please let them in. Let them support you, because you don't know what will happen in the unforeseeable future. You may need to reach out and get some extra support from them. So it's very important to have them involved. I know it's hard, but it can be a process. You can have them in multiple times and share little bits each time, but to have them understand and support you is invaluable. So please utilize this and start talking with your therapist about it, warming up to the idea, okay? I love you all. Have a wonderful weekend. It's finally Friday. And I will see you all on Monday. What video is going to be released? Nobody knows. I'll see you then. Bye.